Hello everyone, welcome to another study point. আজি আমি ক্লাছ 9 social science geography পাৰ্টৰ chapter 2 atmosphere structure air pressure and wind system তাৰে question number 13 ৰ পৰা 19 লৈকে লৈ আনিছো। তে ভিডিঅ'টো ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰাৰ আগতে মই সকলোকে ক'ব বিচাৰিছো যে মোৰ চেনেলটো সাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰি দিব। তো question number 13, how the velocity of wind is determined? What are the unit of wind velocity? The velocity of the wind is determined by the help of an instrument known as anemometer. Many other modern day anemometer instruments are available, among which the anemograph automatically record the direction and velocity of the wind. A British scientist named Sir Francis Beaufort developed a 0 to 12 number scale of wind velocity in 1805 to understand the nature and effects of different types of wind, and this instrument is called as the Beaufort scale. The velocity of the wind is also expressed in knot, where velocity of 1 knot means 1 nautical mile per hour or 1.854 km per hour. Question number 14, how the classification of wind is done? Briefly discuss with example. The way movement of wind is a complex process. The same way it is very difficult to find out exactly the number of different types of wind on the whole earth. However, mainly based on the spatial extent, the wind can be broadly divided into three groups. Primary circulation, the air movement covering the whole earth based on the distribution of permanent pressure belt on the earth's surface, is called primary wind circulation. The primary circulation pattern which prepare necessary environment for other lower order circulation pattern. Subtropical and polar high pressure belt to the equatorial and subpolar low pressure belt in both the hemisphere. Such wind, westerlies and polar easterlies wind, fall under this primary wind system. Secondary circulation, the wind circulation resulted in different part of the earth due to variation in the nature of landform and differences in the distribution of land and water bodies, and regional and seasonal variation in temperature pressure are generally known as secondary circulation. Among the secondary circulation, cyclone, anticyclone, air mass, front, monsoon, etc. are the most important. These wind bring about significant weather change in an area and sometimes make the atmospheric condition very unstable. Tertiary circulation or local wind. There are some wind which are very much visible in different parts of the earth at local level. Basically, the wind circulation that take place in a limited area depending on some purely local factor. Topographic variation and altitude variation is known as tertiary circulation. It is also called temporary air movement. Although the impact of this local wind is quite notable in determining the weather of an area, its zone of influence is very limited. Among the local winds, sea breeze, land breeze, mountain wind, valley wind, etc. Question 15. What do you mean by primary circulation of wind? Show distribution of primary circulation in a diagram. Mention its important characteristic. The movement of the air which cover the whole earth is based on the distribution of permanent pressure belt on the earth's surface is called primary wind circulation. Diagram to চাব পাৰিব। Characteristics হৈ গ'ল, they are consistent and regular. They are influenced by the Coriolis effect, which deflect the wind to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere. They play a vital role in maintaining the Earth's heat balance. Question number 16. What is secondary circulation of wind? Discuss its contribution in determining the climate of a place. With example, the wind circulation resulted in different parts of the earth due to variation in the nature of landforms and different in the distribution of land and water bodies, and regional and seasonal variation in temperature, pressure are generally known as secondary circulation. Number 1. Monsoon. These winds are caused by seasonal reversal in pressure and greatly influence the climate of South Asia, Southeast Asia and Africa. For example, the Indian monsoon brings heavy rainfall during the summer, supporting agriculture. The winter monsoon causes dry condition in India. To know point cyclone. Tropical cyclones such as hurricanes or typhoon bring heavy rainfall, strong wind and destruction. For example, cyclone in the Bay of Bengal affect the eastern coastal region of India. 3 number anticyclone. These are high pressure systems that bring clear and dry weather, often causing drought like condition. Secondary circulation determines the local and regional weather condition impact agriculture, vegetation and human activities. Question number 17. What is local wind? Briefly discuss with example how local wind determines the weather condition of a place. Local winds are small scale wind system caused by variation in temperature, pressure or topography in a specific area. They often have a significant impact on the weather in that locality. Example and their influences. Number 1. Lu, a hot and dry wind in North India during the summer that raises temperature and cause heat wave. Do you remember Chinook, a warm wind that melts snow and raises temperature rapidly in the Rocky Mountain region. Third point, Mistral, a cold wind that blows down the Rhone Valley, significantly lowering the temperature in southern France. Sign point, sea breeze and land breeze. Sea breeze, blow from sea to land during the day, bringing cool air. Land breeze, blow from land to sea during the night, cooling the coastal areas. Impact on weather. Local winds can create short-term weather change such as heat wave, cooling or precipitation. For example, the sea breeze moderates the climate of coastal area while the Lu causes extreme heat in northern India. Question number 18. What is a cyclone? What are its type? Mention briefly how it influences the climate of a place. The state of atmosphere is circulation in which high velocity wind take a cyclic path around a low pressure center is called cyclone. The cyclone mainly is of two types, tropical cyclone and extratropical cyclone. Tropical cyclone, when wind with high velocity starts a cyclic path of violent nature from a high pressure region towards a low pressure center in the tropical region. It is called a tropical cyclone. The cyclone wind blow in anti-clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere and in a clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere due to the rotation of the earth. The pace of tropical cyclone can vary from 120 km to 280 km per hour. Tropical cyclones usually form during the summer season. These cyclone activities are influenced by the presence of the oceanic environment and cause huge amount of destruction. Area like southeastern part of North America, eastern part of Japan, eastern coastal region of India. Do you know mid latitude or extratropical cyclone? The cyclone that are formed in the temperate and high latitude area are known as temperate cyclone or extratropical cyclone. These are prevalent in the area from 30 degree and 60 degree latitude in both the hemisphere. These cyclones are characterized by dense cloud and heavy rainfall. Hail and thunderstorms are also formed. These cyclones have a diameter varying from 300 km to 1500 km. Question number 19. What is an air mass? How it is classified? What is its contribution in determining the climate of a place? Air mass is a body of air with horizontal uniform levels of temperature, humidity, and pressure. They are classified according to the temperature and moisture characteristics of these source regions. It can be mainly classified into four divisions: tropical continental air mass, tropical maritime air mass, polar continental air mass, polar maritime air mass. Weather changes take place if there arises a special kind of air mass. The progress of a front brings about changes in air temperature and humidity and result in the formation of cloud in the frontal region. An immense body of air having homogeneous temperature and humidity condition is called air mass. Actually, when the air in a wide area remains mutable for considerably long period of time, its lower layer is influenced by the underlying land surface, and in the process this air absorbs that prevailing temperature and humidity character of the surface layer. This is why a considerable variation in air temperature and humidity is observed vertically up from the land surface. Thus, whenever an air mass having some special character is formed, it starts diverging. This diverging air mass determines the weather of the area through which it passes. Naturally, the air mass is formed in the zone of divergence itself. We should know that apart from warm and cold condition of air, the vertical distribution of temperature above indicates the stability and instability condition of the air mass. Even though the temperature of air mass changes when it moves after leaving the source region. One can identify the source region of that air mass by studying its horizontal distribution of temperature and humidity. It is only because of the movement of dynamic air mass conduction of heat take place from warm region to cold region, and thereby an equilibrium in atmosphere temperature is maintained. When a divergent area but also experience change in temperature and humidity condition of its own. Next video আমি বেলেগ questions বোৰ আনিম। ধন্যবাদ।